Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Delicious.
Many people know me for my work on the old, the obscure. But what a lot of people don't realize is that I'm also concerned with the now, and what's happening now is E3. What's even less commonly known is that we at Team Pizza have the power to see into the future! So half a month before it even happens, I'm going to be dropping the 9 biggest stories of the entire conference straight into your lap. Now remember, I put these together in order of how much buzz and hype they generated. So while the lower stories may not be that big, the ones near the top are gonna blow your mind. What's up, everybody? My name's Whatthefnu, and you're watching the Top 9 E3 2012 Predictions. Number 9. With the PlayStation Move heading down the crapper, Sony's gotta do something to pull it back from the brink. A few months ago, they contacted good old Hideo Kojima, but he stubbornly refused to have his hand in any more Metal Gear games. And by stubbornly refused, I mean he punched Kaz Hirai in the face and jumped out a window. They still haven't found him, by the way. So what did they do? They tried to develop the game first-party style, and thus, Metal Gear Solid Deadlock was born. Now tell me, when you hear the term Metal Gear, what comes to mind? Sneaking, stealth, subtlety? How about on-rails shooting? Yes, Deadlock is an on-rails, first-person shooter Metal Gear game. I can't believe Sony has made that phrase possible. Gamers weren't exactly interested in the move before, but now they outright hated the platform. The negative response to this was so strong, the move was discontinued in February, and the game never released. And somewhere, Kojima is laughing his ass off. Number 8. It's no secret. People buy Nintendo consoles for Nintendo games. That said, to get people hooked on the Wii U, the Big N is really gonna have to push those first-party games. Yeah, we know a new Smash is on the way, as well as Mario, and it's no secret at this point that Pikmin 3 is in the works, but what you may not know is that after the success of Kid Icarus, Nintendo decided to bring back another franchise that's been gathering dust for a while. I am, of course, talking about... Oh yeah! Starbox is back, baby, and it's all R-Wing. Plenty of blasting, barrel rolls, and smart bombs, no awkward on-foot missions, and just the right amount of all-range mode. But wait, I haven't even gotten to the best part. For the first time in series history, every mission can be played with simultaneous 4-person local or online co-op. That's right. Every one of your wingmen has a human brain behind them now, and goes down their own unique path through the area, skyrocketing the game's replay value. By working together, you can take down larger foes, cross paths to save each other from enemies, and even open new areas that one player just simply couldn't find on their own. There's even an experience system in place that awards you with new parts to customize the R-Wings with. You want stronger lasers? You want more smart bombs? You want a badass black and red paint scheme? Come summer 2013, it's yours. Number 7! To say the least, Capcom has been making some pretty bad decisions lately. Ultimate MVC 3, the Mega Man Legends 3 cancellation, the Asura's Wrath DLC, the list goes on and on. There are some who believe Capcom is on the verge of becoming the new Rare, but those people haven't seen what they have planned for this year's E3. Yes, a new Mega Man game. What's it like? Do you care? The real news here is that Capcom finally grew some balls, changed out of their panties, and created something outside the fighting genre that their fans actually wanted for once. And for the record, this one doesn't get canceled. Yes. Number 6. Now, this one's not going to be very high on many people's radars, but if you love this industry, it's definitely worth noting. For one reason or another, there's a huge surge of indie games this year, which is good news for guys like me who are just getting into the market. You won't be seeing yours truly setting up a booth for his products quite yet, but there are plenty of other people who do. There are enough cool ideas and creativity in some of these titles to fill whole mainstream games. So you can expect to be making a lot of $1 impulse buys in the coming months. Number 5. Shooter fans, have I got news for you. At Microsoft's conference, anyone who's been craving some info on the new Halo is going to have their wish granted in full. There's an absolute blowout of videos, demos, and more on the show floor. And that's pretty much it for the Xbox side of things. Hey, I'm just stating the facts here, guys. Other than Deadlock and Halo 4, literally nothing interesting happens at either Sony or Microsoft's conference. All the Xbox guys try to do is continue desperately pushing the Kinect, and Sony just talks for an hour and a half about games we already knew existed. Oh, and a few small surprises for the Vita. Take my advice. Don't lose any sleep over what the HD guys are going to announce. All the real action this year is taking place on the Nintendo stage. Well, maybe not all of it. Number 4. Remember the 2010 Konami conference? Yeah, how did that go again?
1 million troops. Wow.
Oh, right, I remember now. Put lightly, the Konami conference 2 years ago was a total debacle. There were things said and done on that stage that some of those guys are never going to live down. So how do you save your reputation from utter destruction like that? You don't. You just roll with it. They know that nobody's going to take them seriously this year, so instead, they just go ahead and be goofy again. Except this time, the comedy is intentional. You can tell they had a lot of fun with this one, and I'm not afraid to admit, I had fun watching it. I can't even spoil it for you guys, it's just too good for me to do justice. I will say this though, after this year's conference, you will never look at Contra the same way again. Number 3! First came the 3DS, and then this year we're getting the Wii U. However, did you know that in 2013, Nintendo will be dropping a third console? Well, more of a service, really. Enter the Wii UI, a machine that's to be placed at several convenience stores around the country. Basically, you buy a cartridge from this machine that kind of resembles an SD card. Once you have this, you can take it home to your Wii U, plug it in, and play a game that you've downloaded to it. When you're done, you take the card back to any machine, erase the game that's on there, and buy a brand new one for way cheaper than the traditional disc and box. What this does is give you the satisfaction of owning a physical copy of the game, but also eliminates the middleman, making it so that developers can sell their games for less and still make more. So naturally, everybody and their grandmother hops onto this new platform. Everybody from Activision to EA wants a piece of this pie, and with third-party support from pretty much the entire industry, it looks like the Wii U is in for a smooth ride. Right into our wallets. Number 2! Retro Studios has quickly become a fan-favorite company. Between Metroid Prime and DKC Returns, all they've done is bring us joy. Which makes it strange that we haven't heard from them in a while. Huh. I wonder what they've been up to. Don't pinch yourselves, guys, because this dream is finally coming true. When this graphic appeared on the big screen at the Nintendo conference, the crowd fricking exploded. There were grown men in that audience who were bawling like babies with joy. This is a match made in heaven. A beloved franchise just waiting for a creative team to come by and do something cool with it. And the guys who know how to make their fans the happiest people on Earth. If Mother 4, Earthbound New Horizons in the States, doesn't end up being the greatest game of this generation, I will eat my shoe. I will post a video response of me consuming my footwear.
This fall.
Alright, before we get to number 1, let's recap. Number 9, Death of the PlayStation Move. Number 8, Star Fox Universe. Number 7, New Mega Man game. Number 6, Indie Games Galore. Number 5, Halo 4. Number 4, the Konami Conference. Number 3, the Wii U I. And number 2, Mother 4. So what is the biggest highlight of E3 2012? It's number 1! Remember when I said that nothing interesting was going on at Microsoft's conference? Nah, I lied. For under their wing, there is one company that has been mocked, ridiculed, and made a public joke by the gaming community. Their drive has slowly grown over the years, listening to the jeering, the insults, and the jokes. But they've just been biding their time, watching, waiting, anticipating the perfect moment to exact their revenge. It happened. It finally happened. Rare announces Battletoads for the Xbox 360, slated for an early 2013 release date. And don't worry, purists, based on the demo they set up on the show floor, it is just as hard as the original. It's all here, guys. The Toads, the bikes, the Dark Queen, and a new female Toad, which is kind of weird, but she kicks just as much ass as the guys, so it's cool. However, the reason this is so high on the list is not just because Rare is making actual games again. Remember, these were graded based on hype, but this one takes the top spot because it also generated controversy. Remember those prank calls that went out to GameStop? Well, now that the game is for real, the shitstorm starts all over again. It gets so bad, people start quitting. Some stores flat out refuse to stock the game. One employee in Aliso Viejo, California commits suicide. The CEOs at GameStop order a countrywide shutdown of the phone service in stores and actually pursue legal action against 4chan, which, naturally, only makes it worse. No other entry on this list created more drama and butthurt than this one, which is why Battletoads is the number 1 highlight of E3 2012. Alright guys, like I said, we won't be going to E3 ourselves this year, but that doesn't mean I wasn't looking for ways that we could have. As it turns out, all you need to qualify as media for the event is 8,000 unique site hits a month. Now here's a challenge. We can only reach those kinds of numbers with your help. So like this video, favorite it, subscribe, tell your friends, family, random people on the street, share our link on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And next year, it could be us streaming exclusive Team Pizza content straight to you live from the event.
Oh man, guys, if we reach 8,000 hits a month and get those free media passes to E3, I will wrestle a bear. I will rip off my shirt and potentially my pants and go toe-to-toe with one of nature's fiercest and most efficient killers. So remember, spread the word and have a great day.